Welcome to City Beat. Thanks so much for inviting us in. I'm Crystal Allen, filling in for Nancy Byrne. Well, if you are a longtime viewer of KCLV Channel 2, then you know our Nancy. She's been a fixture on Channel 2 for more than 2 decades. Nancy is a brilliant wordsmith. She's a talented, award-winning storyteller who's captivated viewers with her professionalism, charm, beauty, and warmth. In the fall of 2023, Nancy's life was forever changed when she was diagnosed with esophageal cancer. Now, she has graciously shared her trials and triumphs along her journey. And May just happens to be Women's Health Month, which makes Nancy's story even more timely and relevant. Now, in our last sit-down interview with Nancy, she had just completed chemo and radiation and was preparing for the next major step in her recovery. That's where we pick up the conversation with our Nancy. We told everybody there would be a chapter 2, right?
Yes.
And as you said,
We don't lie.
we do not lie.
We do not lie.
We keep our word. And let's pick up kind of where we left off.
Okay.
Right? So where we left off, when we were here, again, you invited us into your lovely home, and the pups were there with us as well. We were talking about that next chapter that you were heading into, and that was a pretty big surgery.
Yes. And I had just found out, Crystal, when we were doing that interview, I had just found out days before that the surgery was going to be a lot more extensive than my husband and I ever suspected. We thought the tumor had shrunk so much, this should be easy, and then we found out, no.
Yeah.
To make sure that they get any errant cancer cell that might be thinking about camping out in my body.
So Nancy made the trip to the City of Hope Comprehensive Cancer Center in Duarte, California for the surgery.
They take out a lot of real estate around where the tumor was. Now, the tumor was right at the bottom of my esophagus to the opening of my stomach. So they took out half of my stomach, and they took out about a third of my esophagus, and then they moved the stomach up.
Nancy shared this tender moment with her husband, Jim, or as she calls him, her rock, shortly after surgery. The surgery lasted more than 5 hours.
But it was extensive, and it was, the recovery's been pretty brutal. In fact, in the hospital afterwards, I was in the hospital for about close to a week afterwards. There were nights when I woke up, wonderful staff there, and I would cry and think that I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to do it. There was too many tubes. I was so uncomfortable. I was in so much pain. And the staff would come in there, some of them would come in and pray with me. These are nurses. They don't have to do that. But they did. And they just said, just every day, it's going to be a little bit better. Just keep the faith. And they were right. And here we are today.
For about 3 weeks, Nancy stayed at the hospital and at the City of Hope campus before heading home to continue with her recovery.
I was on a feeding tube.
Right.
And I was on the feeding tube for almost 3 weeks. I'm thinking, well, I'm hungry, I'm ready to eat. Well, you don't know how you're healing inside, so they don't let you have even a sip of water.
Now, Nancy can eat most foods, but in smaller portions. In fact, she's had to approach this journey in a similar manner, one small step at a time.
If I can learn it, anybody can, and that is give your body patience and grace, because it's doing the best it can. What I've learned through this, I hope other people can apply to any journey, whether it's a messy divorce, whether it's the loss of a loved one, the loss of a longtime spouse. The healing is healing. Healing is healing. And I happen to have a lot of faith, and that gives me comfort, because I can lay there and go, okay, what are you trying to teach me today? Right. Because when I have bad days, I think about that, and then my husband will walk in the room, and I'm like, that's what it is. You're teaching me how blessed I am. Yeah. I just keep going back to, you've got to give yourself patience. But I do hope that people can learn a little bit about what I'm going through, no matter what the struggle, whatever the journey, because healing is healing.
And healing isn't just physical. Nancy shared how journaling helped her heal mentally and emotionally.
Facebook was a way for me to journal, but also maybe put something out there that could help somebody else. So I felt like it maybe was helping me and helping other people.
As for what she's taken away from this life-changing experience, she says,
stop every now and then, even if you're not going through a struggle, just stop every now and then and think about the good things in your life. That's been big to me. That's been huge.
She also shared.
It's so important for me, for people to not feel alone when they're going through stuff. I know how blessed I am. I just want people to feel like there's always somebody out there that cares. There's always somebody out there that, like I said, I care. Your church probably cares. Your friends probably care more than you think they do. Your family, the support groups, you know, somebody cares. Don't be alone.
And finally,
Be your own advocate. Find yourself a strong advocate. And don't be afraid to leave home if you must to get your procedure done. Lots of good doctors here. Sure. But as I said in the last piece, and I want to reiterate it because I went to City of Hope Phoenix for radiology and chemo, and I went to Duarte City of Hope for surgery because that's what worked for me. It might work for you to stay here. It might work for you to go to UCLA or something, Georgia, Emory, you know, whatever. But do your research and make sure you're advocating for yourself. And if someone needs you to advocate for them, do that too.
I love that. It's a beautiful note to end it on. Okay. Well, we love you.
I love you too. We're not doing a chapter 3 because chapter 3 is life.
That's right, and we're living it.
Yep.
There we go.
Exactly.
Nancy's not only our colleague, she is definitely a dear friend of all of ours, of mine. I just think the world of her. And we're so excited to report that Nancy will be coming back very soon, so you will see her on Channel 2 and later editions of City Beat. So stay tuned, as they say. All right, still have a lot more to come on City Beat, including this. You can trade in your parking ticket for school supplies. We break down how this program works. And it's time to crash and burn at the newest hotspot inside Neonopolis. We're taking you inside.
A full life, measured in seats, starts with the right ones early on. Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Learn how to prevent deaths and injuries by using the right car seat for your child's age and size.
A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
Scary that it can be put into anything, and we can't even see it or notice it.
Hey everybody, thanks for staying with us. You're watching City Beat. So we decided to leave the studio and take a little trip to the city's parking services office. Now through mid-July, you can trade in your parking ticket for school supplies. Let's check it out. If you get a parking ticket in the city of Las Vegas, you want to go ahead and look for this green sticker, because that's going to give you the green light to pay off the ticket in a different way. The city of Las Vegas has a program that allows you to pay off your tickets by donating school supplies. It's called the School Supplies for Ticket program, and it applies to tickets considered non-safety violations.
This is a lot of your meter tickets, your registration tickets.
The green sticker means your ticket is eligible for the program. It applies to tickets issued from May 1st to June 14th. So let's say you got a ticket on May 4th.
You have 30 days, so you have until June 4th to purchase school supplies. And you have to come in with your receipt for the equal amount of the ticket.
The city is accepting items like pens and pencils, dry erase markers, index cards, even paper towels. The list is quite long. Now, the items can't be like this. They have to be unwrapped and new, and you have to bring a receipt. But the city is offering yet another option for you to pay off your ticket, and some may find this one even more convenient. You can hop on Amazon, buy supplies, and send them to the city. Be sure not to send your items as a gift. The city needs to see the amount that was spent.
In the notes section, be sure to include your ticket number. As for the program, the city says,
It's our way of giving back, and the school supplies will go to the Public Education Foundation to help teachers.
again, the program applies to qualifying tickets issued from May 1st to June 14th. You have 30 days from the day you received your ticket to buy those school supplies, make good on the ticket, and help local teachers stock their classrooms with supplies.
Well, twice a month, Channel 2 takes you inside council chambers at Las Vegas City Hall for our city council meetings. Now, it was in early May that we introduced you to two of the newest members of our public safety team. That would be Scarlett and Wilbur.
Recently, our YouTube team spent a day with Wilbur on the job. He's the first K-9 officer to join Las Vegas Fire and Rescue. He works with the bomb squad detecting explosives. Wilbur's job responsibilities include responding to calls involving explosives, sweeping big events, and protecting dignitaries.
And you can check out more of Wilbur's day on our city's YouTube page. And as our YouTube colleague, Meredith Hall, says, he's a dog with a job. All right, well, from new team members to new local businesses, the city actually licensed nearly 1,000 new businesses in the first few months of this year alone. The city recently welcomed a new hotspot in Neonopolis. Let's check it out.
It's time to crash and burn. It's the newest hotspot inside Neonopolis.
We're going to create an experience that makes Crash and Burn and the marriage of Crash and Burn and Aero Vegas and this other phase we have a must-see destination to experience downtown for both tourists and locals.
It's fun, games, food. We're talking wings, flatbreads, short rib gnocchi, and the oh-so-hot Crash and Burn burger.
The kitchen managers and I are all hotheads, so we like spicy stuff.
But the official founder of Fun, Scott Bostic, says that's not all.
That's part of what we're bringing to market. But marrying not just food and beverage, but fun in combination with the world's first open air, no walls, skydiving attraction.
That's right. It's called Aero Vegas.
But what makes us unique is the fact that you'll be on the roof flying with, obviously one of our instructors overlooking the stratosphere in Viva Vision and people ziplining.
Another bragging right? It lays claim to the longest wraparound indoor-outdoor patio on Fremont.
When the lights come on and you get people screaming by on a zip line, it is unbelievable. It's the perfect social media moment or the perfect wedding moment or the bachelorette moment.
Fast forward to the grand opening. Of course, the only way to make a grand opening even grander is a red carpet appearance by Mayor Carolyn Goodman. The owners of Crash and Burn and Aero Vegas received a special proclamation from the city. Everyone gathered around for the ribbon cutting before heading inside. Again, the mayor got the fun started with a game of duck pin bowling. She definitely set the tone for a morning of fun and celebration at Neonopolis' newest hotspot, Crash and Burn.
Speaking of crash and burn, it's a term skateboarders know quite well. But our next story doesn't involve any nasty falls. It's a project creating a vibrant new facade for a local skate park.
Name is Elliot Demlow. I am the curator and producer from Paints with Care. And we are partnered with Nico Rausen in the city of Las Vegas to come bring Doc Romeo Park to life.
It's called abstract art, baby. People will figure it out.
This was a dream of Nico's from when he first moved here. Nico being the creative and myself, like we just see like any untouched surface as a place to paint.
I was trying to find family events in the area, and this one popped up. And she wants to be a painter when she grows up, so we thought, okay, that'd be cool. Great, that's good. Thanks.
We want everyone to know that it's like a welcome space and everybody has a voice in it, and we all deserve to like put our names on the things that are ours.
It's a nice idea. I mean, I don't think we've ever been to this park before, and this is a great opportunity to see part of it that we've never seen before and leave our mark on it.
Put something right next to my top hat duck.
Going to put something next to your top hat duck?
Yeah.
I love to bring my son with him and to see that in a new way, and also to bring artists into that sort of like childlike mentality, because I think we all take ourselves too seriously.
Gotcha. All right, so what should I do next?
There's no reason for us all to be in our homes alone. We can come out to these beautiful places that the city's built, and we can all like really start to enjoy them.
If you've been affected by suicide, you're not alone. Suicide is a leading cause of death that affects millions each year. In most cases, it happens when stressful life events overload the coping abilities of someone suffering from a mental health condition. And the most common condition associated with suicide is depression, an illness that goes undiagnosed or untreated far too often. But the research is clear. Suicide is preventable if we work together. The American Foundation for Suicide Prevention has set a bold goal to reduce the annual suicide rate 20% by 2025. We can save tens of thousands of lives, but we need the help of everyday heroes like you. People have suffered in silence for too long, and too many families have had to weather their losses alone. You can change that. We need you to be the voice for suicide prevention, and it can be as simple as reaching out to a friend, because talk saves lives. If you're having thoughts of suicide, or if you're concerned about someone else, assume you are the only one who will reach out. You can also join hundreds of thousands across the country for our Out of the Darkness community walks, and raise awareness of suicide within your community. Together, we'll bring hope to those affected by suicide, and raise awareness to save lives. Learn how you can fight suicide. Visit afsp.org today.
Congratulations to City of Las Vegas Employee of the Month, Travis Torgerson. Travis is an inspector for the city. He serves with professionalism and compassion. While inspecting a property, he took time to check on one of its elderly residents. A neighbor told him she hadn't seen her in some time. Travis knocked on the door several times and eventually heard a faint moan. He contacted fire dispatch, who found the woman crushed under her television and suffering from a stroke. For potentially saving a life and exemplifying the city's values of being kind, committed, and smart, we congratulate Travis Torgerson as the City of Las Vegas Employee of the Month. Welcome back in. I'm Crystal Allen. We're on the second floor of Las Vegas City Hall inside the art gallery. We actually change out the art installations every few months, so you should stop on by and check it out. Well, not too far from City Hall, there's the Strat Hotel and Casino. You're probably familiar with that. And not far from that location is the Stupak Community Center. Now, every year there's a special event that's held there. It's been happening for the past 8 years. This one is for the mothers and the mothers-to-be.
It takes a village, and I believe this is where it starts.
This community baby shower is supplying our tiniest residents with what they need to have a better start.
If we give them a nice, healthy start, hopefully they'll just keep it going.
Deidre Thomas with the Stupak Community Center started the community baby shower 8 years ago. First-time mothers like Ariana Maez say they're grateful for it. Maez moved here a year ago by herself.
Being pregnant with out my family for the first time, it's a lot, and I really want to build a community out here, so I rely on stuff like this to kind of meet people and understand what my resources are.
Mothers and mothers-to-be found donated items like playpens, a high chair, crib, car seats, strollers, diapers, and tables filled with clothes.
It's a way for other people to give back without having to wonder what they're going to do with all of this baby stuff.
It makes me really feel like there's still good people in the world.
Those who came out say they were grateful and eager to receive items for their little ones. Within 30 minutes, everything was gone.
They took everything. I never had a year where we didn't have to clean up.
Thomas says it speaks to the need within our community.
Hopefully I won't see them next year, but if need be, we'll see you next year.
She has this message for those who want to help.
If you want to give, I'll never turn it down.
And those donations will go a long way to help first-time mothers like Ariana give her daughter a better start.
I just want to be as prepared as possible, so I'm open to getting anything and everything that's going to help my daughter be successful.
And if you would like to learn more about the community baby shower, you can contact the number that you see on your screen. And we want to give a shout out to Miss Deidre and her team for organizing such a great event. Well, earlier this year, the city recognized local trailblazers making a positive impact on their community, and we've introduced them to you over the past few months. Now, this honoree that you're about to meet right now, she's a CEO, community leader, and autism advocate. Here's her story.
The city of Las Vegas celebrates trailblazers in our community. Congratulations to Jessica Jess Flo Washington, the owner of Vegas Valley Balloons and Events. She's the 2024 Business and Economic Advancement Awardee.
Why does this community mean so much to you?
Las Vegas embraced me. I think I ran my business for maybe 2 years. I was just word of mouth. The second year in business, we did 6 figures. Yeah, balloons. Like I say, people just wanted to support me because of the work that I did in the community.
Speaking of your work in the community, you wear many hats. Among them, you are a community activist and a poet.
And I remember sitting there watching what was going on with the Trayvon Martin rally, and I said, I feel like as a poet, I need to be doing something. And I put together a Trayvon Martin rally. That was my first event that I ever done in Las Vegas.
Combining your poetry with activism, you made your mark and made quite an impression on stage during the 2018 Women's March. And like many women, staying on the topic of women, you are a mother, but you happen to be the mother of a son who has autism. And along your journey, you've really become a tireless advocate for autism mothers. Why has that been so important to you?
I feel like that's my calling. So I started an organization called I Am Autism. My focus was on autism moms and just us having a mental break. And we have moms flying in from around the country. They came into Las Vegas and we did a weekend of just fun and relaxation. And then I did events in North Las Vegas called Navigating the Spectrum, where I brought all the autism organizations to North Las Vegas to try to bring them to my community. When I started my journey and my son was going through therapy, I was a single mother at that time. We had to stop therapy because I couldn't get to Henderson to therapy from North Las Vegas all the time. My son is 18 and there's a lack of resources here for him. And so I feel like I need to create what I want for my son.
As a community leader and business owner, what are you doing to pass the torch and encourage others who are looking up to you to give back?
We're starting community birthday parties for kids who everybody should be able to experience and enjoy their birthdays. So I'm partnering with some of the recreation centers starting in March. Right now I have 5 mentees here that I'm teaching the balloon business, because I get joy out of sharing the information, you know, and so that is important, passing the torch.
Congratulations to Jessica Jess Flo Washington. Now on June 1st, the city will hold a special ceremony honoring another group of community luminaries. It's the Legacy Park inductee ceremony. The park in the historic West Side highlights African Americans who have made invaluable contributions to this community. And again, mark your calendars, that date is June 1st.
Caring for a family member can be challenging and lead to countless questions, for them and for you. Find articles, tips, and tools from experts and others who have been in your place. The Caregiving Resource Center at aarp.org/caregiving.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Appreciate you staying with us. I'm Crystal Allen, filling in for Nancy Byrne. We're always so grateful to have you join us. Well, before we say goodbye, we do have some difficult news to share. Sadly, we lost a member of our city family. His name was Ryan Smith. He led our city's Economic and Urban Development Department. He joined the city of Las Vegas in 2018. As we close this City Beat, we remember Ryan.
Find out what's going on all over the city of Las Vegas by subscribing to the City Beat e-newsletter. Simply scan this QR code to get a preview of each show twice a month.